As your former student, I can tell you that I will never forget the first class that we had together because it starts with one of the most shocking cases I've ever read. Crown versus Dudley and Stephens. It's a case about four men who got stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean, 1,500 miles away from the nearest shore. They had nothing to eat, they had nothing to drink, they had no roof over their heads, and after 3 weeks, two of the men decided to kill the young boy who was only 17. They ate his flesh and drank his blood for 5 days, and eventually they survived because a passing ship picked them up. They were brought back home. They were prosecuted for murder and sentenced to death. Professor Moore, what is the wisdom behind starting criminal law class with such a shocking case?
It's not the shock value that makes people select it, but it's in there to introduce everyone to the two modes of argument that dominate the criminal law. Utilitarian modes of argument that concern themselves with deterring dangerous people from doing crimes, and retributive arguments that concern themselves with giving people their just deserts. The jury in its special findings found that they'd actually saved lives. The question on a utilitarian ground was nonetheless whether that was in the long run going to lead to more loss of lives, because people would kill when they didn't have to in order to save what they thought would be their own lives. On the retributive grounds, it's a question of how much does temptation excuse you from doing things like killing an innocent boy when you're otherwise going to starve to death, for example. So it introduces both modes of reasoning, which is why it's there.